Say it with us. When they are, oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, God, for a fresh day. I am a great spirit. We are a great spirit. Oh, when they are, oh, when they are. When they are, oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. I am one with the Spirit of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Welcome into the space. The one and the one, when they are, well, sing it from your heart. When they are, oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I am of the great Spirit. Oh, let your ancestors hear you. Oh, when they are, oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. I am of the great Spirit.
It's my Apache sister. And I love those words, those Cherokee words. They simply are an acknowledgement that we are of the Great Spirit. And I can just, when I sing it in the morning, I let that om just vibrate through me. I've been taught by the beautiful and wonderful Camille to just allow that vibration to roll. Just as long as you can hold that om. Just let that vibration come in, because that om, it raises our vibration. So happy Friendship Sunday. Wow, and today we have so much to acknowledge as well. Happy Beltane and happy May Day. So I wore my goddess necklace today in honor of Beltane. Beltane is the celebration that celebrates the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It is the welcoming in of summer. Yes. So summer is upon us now. Yes. So it is Friendship Sunday, so we will do our mission and vision statement together after we do the great invocation. So here at Unity of GulfPort, we like to start out each Sunday morning with our Cherokee morning song, acknowledging we are of spirit, bringing in that shamanic feel, that shamanic vibe, that we are one with all that has always been and all that will ever be. Nature, our ancestors, we are one with all of them. And then we like to stand up and say the great invocation, written by Charles Fillmore. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore together founded Unity as a New Thought community. So if we'll stand, we'll say our great invocation. We are now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of light, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. And it is a perfect law. The natural laws are perfect and the spiritual laws are perfect. And the more we bring our life into alignment and balance with the natural laws, the better we experience the flow of that divine energy flowing through us. So now as we're standing, let's say together our mission and vision, and you'll find them on the inside cover of your May booklet. Our mission here at Unity of GulfPort is to inspire and support a positive path for spiritual living through practical application of spiritual principles. And our vision is that we envision a world that coexists in unity through love and peace. And I feel that we are doing that. As a tribe, we are absolutely doing that. So thank you so much for being here. And if you are here for the very first time, I would love to have you remain standing. Our ushers will bring to you a mala bracelet. And the mala bracelet signifies the chakra colors, the colors of the universe right there to bring in that energy and alignment. And as we go through service today, if you find something that particularly resonates with you, that makes your heart feel wide open, full of love, then I want you to infuse your mala with that energy. And then infuse your mala with that energy, and as you wear it through the week, I want you to look down at it, feel it. If you're facing a challenge, a trial, you take that mala, put your hand over it, and feel that energy. So today we also have a special, because we have children with us today, and we are kicking off the fact that we at Unity of GulfPort are affirming and knowing that we will have a vibrant children's ministry. Willow, come on up here and join. Connor, come on up here and join, because we have a special treat. And I want to introduce, and I don't know if they'll come up, have a seat right here on the front row, because we have a special treat. So, my grandsons are here from Tennessee. See that? And everybody see it. Tristan's a little shy. Jace is not. Come on, Jace. So this is Jace, my 5-year-old grandson. My grandsons are the sons of my oldest son, Jared. And Tristan is 8. And Tristan's a little shyer than Jace is. So this is Jace, and there's Tristan. And we are so blessed to have them with us today. I am so blessed that they are with us today. We got to go to the beach. They are in town because their mother's brother, their Uncle Jason, lives in Tampa. And he got married this weekend. And Jace was ring security. He was the ring bearer. He took care of the rings, didn't you? All right. So go here. You want to go over here and sit with your brother? You want to go over here and sit while we do the children's ministry? Come on over here. Come on over here, both of you. You can sit on the floor, or you can find a person and sit in the seat. Either way. So we are so happy you are here with us. We are so happy to have you with us. Each and every one of you is a special moment. Do you feel that in your heart? You feel that in your heart? When I speak with children and I teach them about Native American spirituality, and I say we are all connected. I said, do you know what that means when we say we are connected to someone or something? When we are connected, when we see our mom or dad, or we see our teacher, or we see someone we're connected to in our life, we get a really warm smile right there in our heart, don't we? And you feel it warm right there in your chest. You feel that warm smile. And sometimes when you go on a walk and you see a feather, you look at that feather and you feel that warm smile in your heart. Do you ever do that? And then you pick that feather up and keep it. And I say, put it in your medicine bag, or put it on your dresser, or put it on your nightstand. But keep it because you are connected to them. So I had a special guest that came to visit you and talk to you this morning. You know who it is? You know who it is? It's Sammy. It is Sammy. Miss Leslie is here, and she brought Sammy Snail. Yes, she did.
Jacob. Yes.
We just go with the flow.
Wow, it's so good to see all the children here. Because we've got a special dad with a special star. And we're excited. And we have children. So, let's see what comes out of this bag, shall we? And our children, when it comes, zip over here, come on over and be in the center right there. And all, wait. You guys wait till they're in place. There we go, good. That way we'll be able to see it on our video too, so we'll have it later. Let's find out what's inside. Let's see what could be. Peekaboo. Wow! Look what happens in life. You go to sleep, you wake up, and you're in a dream. Well, I don't think it's that simple, Sam. Oh, yes, it is, Leslie. You just gotta relax. Let go. Don't try so hard. Well, what kind of a stuffed toy are you? The enlightened kind. Yeah, because for each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who you are. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreaming. We are ancestors' bread. We are the children of God. That's right. You finished my song. Yes, I did. I did a good job, don't you think, big guy? Yes, I do. Knock, knock. Howard. How would you like to hear another knock, knock? Knock, knock. Freeze. Freeze a jolly good fellow, freeze a jolly good fellow, freeze a jolly good fellow, and she is too, and they are too. Sammy, I want you to be more serious. Why would I want to be more serious? Because we've got adults watching, and adults here, and there's no such thing as an adult. What are you thinking? Leslie, don't you know? There's no such thing as an adult. Everybody's just a little Are you just a little kid too? No, because I'm 9. And a half. A 9 and a half. Well, okay, so you're not a little kid. Yeah. You know, adults are really just a young child. And sometimes they're happy, and sometimes they're sad, and sometimes they're mad. At least for the most part. And sometimes they're really kind and caring, and sometimes they're selfish. Really? And sometimes they're helpful, and sometimes they're not. They might even be unkind. Well, that's disappointing because I put a lot of faith in my well-being in other people and in other organizations and institutions. Oh, you thought they were an adult. You didn't know. They were just a little kid having a bad day. You just have to forgive them, Leslie. You just gotta forgive them and love everybody up. Because everybody's doing the best they can. Right? That's right. Everybody's doing the best they can. And I just have to love them and forgive them. They just might be an 8-year-old having a bad day. Exactly. Can I say one more thing to my friends? I want to sing a children's song. You do? How could anyone ever tell you that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you that you're less than whole? How could anybody fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you connected to your soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Leslie.
So let's come back and sit down now. Wonderful. Did you all love that? Did you love this little Sammy Snail? Awesome. So we have some wonderful things in the work for our children's ministry. We're working with a couple of a homeschool group. We're working with Kaya and Kaya's Creative Play School. And we are just going to incorporate all these beautiful young people, these beautiful, loving lights into our tribe and our community. So we're hoping that right now we'll have a children's feast every Friendship Sunday. Every Friendship Sunday. Yes. All right. So you all are welcome to hang out right there if you want, or you can go back to your seats, or you're welcome to stay right there. Wherever you feel most comfortable is where you can be. All right. Ciao.
Come on, y'all, stand to your feet. Let's worship together. I feel the Spirit all over me. Come on, y'all. I feel your Spirit all over me. I feel your Spirit all over me. It's in my hands, in my soul, down in my feet. Oh, I feel your Spirit all over me. I feel your Spirit all over me. Come on. I feel your Spirit all over me. It's in my hands, in my soul, down in my feet. I feel your Spirit all over me. I One more time, y'all. I feel the power all over me. It's in my hands. All down in my left arm. I feel. Where is it? It's moving. 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 Thank you, God. I'm moving forward, moving forward. Keep it going, keep it going. Moving. Come on, y'all. Moving. Come on, moving. Down in my soul. Woo! Give God some praise. I feel your presence. I feel your power all over me. Thank you, God, for that assurance, that blessed assurance as we march on in this world that is unknown. What I know for sure is known as the Spirit of God that dwells in each and every one of us. The light. Nobody can dim your light but you. I believe in great things, the greatest of things. The best is yet to come. If you're looking for a miracle, I know it's here. It's right there inside of you. Listen. I'm expecting great things. I'm
zeros. Great things.
Great things.
The great things. One of the great things in my life is that my daughter-in-law has been so generous to allow me to have my little grandsons over here in St. Pete, even though the rest of the family has been in Tampa. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And I just wanted to say that I'm also grateful for Debbie Van Langenham. She painted some rocks. And this one's mine, you can have it. But she painted rocks and she's hidden them out around the casino here. So as you leave, look for some of them. I don't know if they've all been found. I know my grandson's found a couple of them. But she found rocks with inspirational, motivational messages on them. So go look for the rocks at their surface. Go look and find yourself a rock. Big kids, little kids, because there are no adults. Sammy taught us that. So I want to bring up Reverend Tracy Patton. She does the REACH food program. And did you all see the donations that we have for them today? And thank you so much to Elaine and Camille for those cases of cookies. Wow. You can't go wrong with cases of cookies with kids. No, you cannot.
So I just want to present to you, first of all,
It's in the other one. Yeah.
so our mission is to reach every hungry child in Pinellas County. In April, you all reached 100 hungry children. I want to present to you and to Reverend Kimberley handwritten notes from some of those children you fed. Yes, thank
That
you.
is so wonderful.
And one of my favorites, they cut out their hands, and she said, we put them on a plate because you feed us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Shirt, and because we're going to partner with you year-round, your name will be on the back of our shirts. In a few months, when we make our new shirts, because you all rock. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know, we were so impressed and so touched by the work that Reverend Tracy and the REACH Food Program does here in Pinellas County. And the first Sunday that we brought donations, that you all brought donations in, they were delivered to Reverend Tracy and her team. And by the end of later in the afternoon, I got a text with pictures. They had already delivered all that food. So it doesn't go sit somewhere in a warehouse or sit somewhere in a food pantry. As soon as you bring it, they take it out that day or the next day and deliver that food where it needs to go. And you are touching so many lives and creating such a beautiful place here. These are amazing. Aww. They're so beautiful. So we'll have these over at the desk. Nancy, if you can stop by and take a look at them and see them, because they are going to truly touch your heart. And you've touched my heart with the outpouring of love that you as a community and a tribe have come together and provided for the REACH food program. And just like Tracy told us the first time when she was here, it's not just food, it's socks and underwear. Socks and underwear and things for little children, for middle school age children, for teenagers too. Don't forget the bigger kids, because there are no adults. They're all kids. They're all kids. So thank you.
Oh, God is so good. So we're going to welcome back to our beautiful stage, our spiritual experience, I guess I should say, because that's what we're doing here. Sister Leslie is going to sing an original song called Beloved Are You Lord. Close? Was I close? That was me trying to remember from there to here. This is what free coffee looks like. I'm going to pour myself a cup. Come on down, love. Come talk about your selection and bless us in song.
And I don't know about you, but this morning, Jay, singing for us and creating an environment of holy healing. I just want to thank you. Thank you. We all go through dark nights of the soul, don't we? It's not always easy being in here on consequences. And so, many years ago, I was going through a particularly dark night of the soul. And I was being woken up every night. Does that happen to you when you're nervous or worried? You wake up in the night and you think you're going to fix that problem. And of course you don't. You just waste your precious energies when you worry and slather and sweat over things that are bothering you in life. And I was having one of those nights. And then I finally stopped crying and going, why me? And I quieted down. And I said, I need help. Please, 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 please help me. I was going through a particularly difficult divorce with 2 little kids and no money and no home. So this is the song that came.
Beloved is your name. Beautiful song. I was in the back dancing because it was just absolutely super angelic and I couldn't help myself. And now we begin. Yes, I'm excited for this message entitled Forgiveness. I'm excited to hear what you got to share. Give it up for our wonderful fearless leader.
So Jace doesn't realize that I do that, and I do that because of Jace. Every time Jace takes a picture and they say we're taking a picture to send to my mom, he goes. He does heart hands. So I do heart hands to you all. All right. Now throw it. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. So forgive everybody. That's from Miah Angelou. I love Miah Angelou. I know some of you know that. My 6 foot tall African American poet sister. Yes. Did any of y'all know Miah Angelou is 6 foot tall? Yes. There's some of us. And forgiveness is so powerful. It is the truest way to a happy life. Forgiveness is the surest way, and my hairspray, I lost my hairspray. The humidity, lost my hairspray. Forgiveness is the surest way to feel that oneness with Source. When we forgive, we are truly tapping into the alignment of being the Source energy. And forgiveness, it is a decision of the heart and a choice we make freely. It's not something anybody can force upon us. It's not something that we just have to do. It's something that has to come from our heart. And it's a choice we make to do, to forgive. So forgive freely, forgive quickly, forgive often. Have you ever been offended, been hurt? I think most of us have. And happiness is in the forgiving. Because holding on to a slight, holding on to an offense, no matter how justified, because we can be justified. You know, we can justify all day long that we're going to hold that grudge, that we're going to be upset, that we're going to be angry, that we're going to be mad and sad. We can be justified. But it will keep from you your happy. It will keep from you your joy. And just don't let that happen. It's your choice. You choose. You get to choose. How powerful is that? Powerful. I want you to raise your hand if you feel there is a need for you to forgive someone in your life. See? That's over 80% of the room, maybe 90% of the room. Many of us feel we need to stand strong when we have been offended or done wrong. You know, I'm from Tennessee, and I believe that's a country song. Somebody done somebody wrong song. Right? And even as we are offended and we stand strong, are we impervious to the influence of others, to the influences of our community, to the influences of the world? Jesus, the master teacher, taught us to turn the other cheek. Someone slaps you, you turn the other cheek. But turning the other cheek, let me go into the metaphysical equivalence of turning the other cheek. Jesus didn't literally mean if someone comes up and hits you, turn the other cheek. He meant change the energy. Change the energy around that situation. Change the energy. That's the metaphysical equivalence of turning the other cheek. Now there's a new thought. Change the energy. When someone comes at you with negative energy, offending you or hitting you, if you will, give them another energy. They're hitting you with the negative. You swing back with the positive. Or transmute that negative energy to uplifting, affirming, positive energy, and choose to respond. Choose to respond at the highest vibrational energy you are. The highest vibrational energy you can bring. And I say, bring it on. Bring it on. That high vibrant energy. And how do we do that? Through prayer, through study, through meditation, being in community with our tribe. You can evolve yourself. You can ascend yourself. You can grow into your spiritual beingness. Vibrate at your highest level. And then, just then, you shall become impervious. And I said, are you impervious? If you are at that highest vibrational beingness, you become impervious. And as you raise your energy, as you raise your vibration, you will live your everyday life more fully, more aligned with Source. Raise your vibration, and you dwell in that place of love, peace, and forgiveness. We know the energy we give out returns to us. We've all heard that. What you give, you get. What you're sending out is coming back to you. It's the law of karma. It's a natural law and a spiritual law that we talked about in the Great Invocation. We invoked it, so bring it on. That natural law, that spiritual law. What you give will turn around like a boomerang and come right back at you. You're going to throw it out there and it's going to come right. Have any of you thrown a boomerang before? It's going to come right back at you, so you better be ready. And Tristan can throw a frisbee like that. He can throw a boomerang frisbee like nobody's ever seen. But like an unwanted package from Amazon, slap that label on it and send it out there. Now, send it on its way. Return to sender. And when you stand in awareness and truth, you are able to turn and give another energy rather than the energy that may have been directed at you. I know they might be sending something at you that's not good. But you stand in your awareness and in your truth and send back out another energy. Reach for that highest. And maybe that looks like compassion, or kindness, or peace, or empathy. Maybe it looks like prayer, patience, and even love. Do that, and you are standing in your awareness. So you can turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek and radiate energy that is in alignment with Source. That divine energy. That's what's right there. It's what's right there within you. That divine energy of Source. Radiate that out. And when you radiate that out to the world, you radiate out forgiveness like that. It's life-changing. I've taught Ho'oponopono workshops for years. Ho'oponopono. Anybody heard of it? It's the Hawaiian indigenous people's practice of forgiveness and healing. And it is all that. Ho'oponopono, the word means, the phrase means, to make right, to make things right, to put it back into balance. Pono, the root of the word, is the Hawaiian word for balance. Many see and experience Ho'oponopono as a prayer, some as a mantra. And for some, it's a practice, and it's a way of living in forgiveness, standing in awareness, living in forgiveness every day. And they use the practice of Ho'oponopono to make them aware, to stand in that awareness. For if we aren't aware, we can't stand in it. Ho'oponopono is simply saying, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Simple, heart-opening, and profound. Ho'oponopono can be a self-love, self-growth practice, and then it can also be used with others, the loved ones in your life, your family, your spouse, friends, and a group. I've taught and used Ho'oponopono as a team-building practice for businesses, and it works very well. When everybody on a business team is focused on forgiveness and focused on standing in awareness of what they may have done rather than blaming someone else, it can change a company's culture and change the prosperity and abundance. The first step of Ho'oponopono acknowledges that a problem exists. I'm sorry. For we must first acknowledge a problem exists before we can do anything about it. I'm sorry. I'm not saying we have to forget about it. John F. Kennedy said, forgive your enemies, but don't forget their names. I ain't saying you gotta go there either, but acknowledge it. Come into the awareness and make a conscious choice to move on, to move forward. Because it's better to come into balance and forgive rather than carry the burden of blame or guilt. Because they get so heavy. They are heavy. Forgiveness requires both our attention and our intention. And I know you've heard me put those words together before. It's what life's all about. Intention. What is our intention? And what are we putting our attention on? Because when we set our attention or our awareness to forgiveness, and then we intend and choose to forgive, we become free. Like the weight that's been silently sitting on top of you, weighing you down, has been lifted. Isn't that a great feeling when you get to that place? You're living intentionally when you get there. And intentional living is about making the decision every day to live the life you want most. Are you living intentionally? Living that life you want most? That happy life I mentioned earlier. Let it be yours because it's your choice. When you make that choice, no one can keep it from you. It's not anyone else's responsibility to make you happy. It's got to be your choice to live happy. Ho'oponopono can be a tool for you. It can be that tool that you use to get to that intentional living. Using it as a mantra with a mala is a great way to get started. I've taught mala classes for years, how to use a mala. And even with the mala bracelet that you get here at Unity of GulfPort, that can be your Ho'oponopono tool to say. So you charge a mala. So you see mala necklaces, has 108 beads. 108 beads. So to charge a mala with an intention, you say a mantra 40 times around. So that's 108, but you only get credit for 100 because those extra 8 beads are for the humanness of us that we might miscount. So we count extra to make sure we got 100 in. So you count that mala 40 times. And once you counted it 40 times, you have infused and imbibed that mala with that intention. So you see some people have multiple malas on them. You think, why do they need that many? Because maybe one is their Ho'oponopono, their forgiveness mala. Maybe one is their abundance mala. Maybe they have infused that energy in that mala. Maybe they have an adventuring dream mala that is their prosperity mala. Maybe have a yellow citrine mala that is for their taking their power, for living in self-confidence. But you have different malas for different reasons, because you've infused that energy in that mala. So after you've done the work, the 40 times, then you wear that mala. You don't have to keep doing the mantra, because it's charged with that. So every time you put it on, you are putting on a blanket of that energy. So you can also use the bracelet mala. Now these will have anywhere from 22 to 24 stones. So you got to do 4 times around the count as 1 time around. So 4 times 4 you have to do to infuse this with that energy. And it can become your Ho'oponopono mala. And you can sit and do it when you're sitting at the weight room. You count each beat. So you say the mantra, and you move to the next beat. You say the mantra, move to the next beat. And say the mantra, move to the next beat. Anytime you find yourself just having that spare time, sit with your mala and say your mantra or your prayer. And maybe it's Ho'oponopono, or whatever your mantra is for that day. For as Leslie said earlier, we are spiritual beings having a physical human experience. And when we truly integrate that statement practically into our lives, we change. We become more. We become better. When we allow the truth that we are spiritual beings living a physical human experience, we allow that truth to become the lens we view life through. Our perception changes. Audre Lorde, a self-described Black warrior woman poet, said, "If you can't change reality, change your perception of it. If you can't change reality, change your perception of it." Which goes hand in hand with the quote that is attributed to Wayne Dyer and Gandhi and several others: change your thoughts, change your life. Change your thoughts, change your life.
That's right.
And we can never go back in time and change what has happened. We can, however, gain an awareness. We can acknowledge, and we can change and shift our perception as we choose. So what's your choice? Because it is your choice. And beginning the first step into the journey of forgiveness, that first step of acknowledgement and awareness is so important. Acknowledgement and acknowledging there is a problem when you are offended, or you have offended someone, or someone has hurt you, or you have hurt someone. Acknowledging, I'm sorry. If you bury it, squash it, it's going to build. It's going to fester. That's a good old country word. It's going to fester. And then one day, it's going to erupt like a volcano. And when it does, it'll probably be when you least expect it. You say, I wasn't even thinking that, I wasn't even doing that, and all of a sudden you blow up on the person you are with the most, which is generally your spouse or your life partner, and you don't even know where that came from, and they really don't know where it came from. They're like, what? What? I just said something about a pillowcase. What are you talking about? Nope. Because it festers, it bubbles up, and then when it erupts, you have no control over it, because it's just going to blow, just like that volcano is. So don't live life by default like that, because that is living life by default. Just letting whatever's going to happen. Live intentionally. You choose. You have the power. You can't keep it bottled up, because if you bottle it up, those toxins are going to turn you into a toxic sludge. You've got to let it go. I don't want to be sludge. No. Gotta let it go. Let it go and move into your happy. Become the spiritual being you are meant to be.
That's right.
Because you were not created to live a toxic life. You were created to live in joy and abundance and be fabulous. To be fabulous. And in the Bible, the teachings in Mark says, if you have anything against anyone, forgive them and let it drop. Leave it and let it go. It actually says that in the Bible. Drop it. Leave it and let it go. Drop it. Let it go. And stop talking about it. Stop talking about what they did to you. Don't sing a song about it. Don't write a song about it. Somebody done somebody get wrong. I know. Misery surely does love company. We like to get together and talk, oh, you can't believe what they did to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you're just bringing yourself down into that energy. Turn the other cheek and get up out of that energy and change the energy. Because sometimes we all act like it's our job to keep remembering what somebody did to us, don't we? It's like, yeah, she does that like that's her job to do it. Let it go. Let it go. And in Romans, it says, bless them that persecute you and do not curse them. Even ask God to bless them. Ask God to bless someone who's done you wrong. That'll make you feel good. Ask God to bless them. Ask God to bless them every day. Include them in your prayers and in your meditation. That you are free from that. You are free. And allow God to bless them. Because to bless someone is to speak well of them. To curse them is to speak ill of them. Or to just keep speaking about it all the time. You know, what they did. I said earlier that forgiveness is powerful. It is powerful to be good to someone who has not been good to you. Powerful. It is powerful when you can be good to someone who has not been good to you. Turn the other cheek, metaphysically, by changing the energy around it, changing the energy around you, changing the energy around them. Change the energy about the situation. Stop talking about it. Put that uplifting, positive energy on them and on yourself. And that, my friend, is the secret power of forgiveness. And in closing, I challenge you, especially if you raised your hand earlier when I said you have someone in your life that you need to forgive, I challenge you to start with a clean slate. We are currently right now in a new moon. And some people are writing that it's the black moon because there's also a solar eclipse. So we're in, and it's like 100 times new moon energy. So use that new moon energy. The new moon energy is all about new beginnings, creating new ideas, having a new thought. Let that universal energy help you. Use it. It's there. Just reach out and say, this natural energy that's in the world right now, let me use that to my advantage and change the energy around what you need to forgive. And then again, it's Beltane. It's Mayday. Use the laws of nature to help you change the energy. Beltane is an ancient Gaelic tradition where they went out into the fields and lit the bonfires and let the bonfires burn all night long to welcome the sun back into being. And also as a fertility rites for all of their animals that cause their prosperity, that cause them to be able to eat their food through the winter. Because as I told you before, our ancestors used to have to live in nature. We don't have to. We get to choose to. But our ancestors had to live in nature to survive. So that's why all of those nature celebrations, like the equinoxes and the solstice and Beltane and Samhain, those are so important because they were living in. They were living in nature and living with the natural rhythms of the seasons and the natural rhythms. So allow yourself to use all that energy that is built pain, that is new moon, to have a new beginning with a clean slate of forgiveness. Let your hashtag be hashtag living my best life, hashtag living my best life. Don't let that just be some random or trending hashtag on social media. Let it be your choice. Let it be your choice, for it truly is your choice. Choose an intentional life. Choose a happy life. Forgive freely, forgive quickly, and forgive often. And so it is.
And so it is. Get up for Reverend Dr. Kimberley. I like that. I'm gonna add to that hashtag choices and hashtag doing. You know, I think it's a choice every day, you know. Sister Jenny, she's watching via live stream. She says, change your words, change your world. So I believe it, you know, it's a mindset, holding space, letting things go, not letting things bother you. And usually it's someone else's problem, it's not yours. So one thing I'll do, one of my practices, and I love the Miah practice, because it's important that we share our practices with each other so we can live authentically our best life, like you said. I do a twirl. So I make a little circle around myself when someone is coming with that off energy. So if you see me do a twirl, it's not that I'm just twirling. It's because I'm literally encasing myself in my aura, right? So for a beautiful message, forgiveness. Ho'oponopono. I'm gonna try it. You know, I like to say, try something new, you know, try it on. If it fits, wear it. If it doesn't, well, get rid of it. Just kidding. Try it again. Yes! See, Chick gets it. Awesome. So we're good, we're plugged in. You need me to get one to, yeah, we're good? No, you need this right here, then.
1, 2, check.
Okay, you good there? Do you want me to get like your... All right, oh, you're good. Okay, well, look at you doing it. Oh, it's technology. I'm looking for the cord, and there's no cord. Because it's Bluetooth, hashtag technology. All right, you guys. I really am excited about this young lady joining us today. I do believe we all have special gifts, and if you have a gift and you want to share, please let me know. We'd love to get you up here to share your talent and share what God has done for you in your spirit and give back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chic!
Thank you. I see bluebirds of paradise, I see sunsets and sunrise, I watch comets cross the sky, I see magic flying by, I feel my Father holding me, I feel my spirit learn to breathe, I look into my mother's eyes, I know this must be paradise, and I said, oh my, this is paradise, I sing, oh my, thank you for the sunshine, thank you for the light, thank you for the moonshine, thank you for the night, thank you for the big clouds.
run through fields of majesty. I run in and out of reality. I run back to my enemies. I run, ring in the trees. I hear their towering melodies. They share their ancient history. They sing, we are all family. And I say, oh my, this is paradise. I sing, oh my, thank you for the sunshine, thank you for the light, thank you for the moonshine, thank you for the night, thank you for the big climb, thank you for the fall, thank you for my life, I'm thankful for it all. It's a beautiful life in the little things. I stand in the light, I see everything. Oh my, thank you for the sunshine, thank you for the light, thank you for the moonshine, thank you for the night, thank you for the big climb, thank you for the fall, thank you for the laughter, thank you for the chance, thank you for the madness, thank you for the dance, thank you for forgiveness, not softening the fall, thank you for my love, thank you for it all, thank you for my life, I'm thankful for it all. Thank you. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And now we invite you to get nice and comfortable as Sister Tracy brings us into a beautiful sound bath meditation. We invite you to close your eyes and allow the spirit inside of you to restore all the pieces. You are whole and complete. And so we let it be. And I am grateful. Morning vows.
Sister Tracy. Yes. I don't know about you, but I feel lighter. And I will share with you, brother, as you were allowing Spirit to move you and whatever inside of you caused you to share your war cry, I like to say. It's beautiful. And I thank you for being courageous. More of us should be courageous in our secret place as we allow space for others to heal. I don't know about you, but I feel really, really good today. Thank you again, Tracy.
Thank you. So my grandson, Mr. Bill, I said, Mr. Bill, and it took me right back to college. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Sorry about that. You gotta have that Mr. Bill experience. I'm probably older than that. Yes. So, did you notice we have a great new box? We still have the other box over there too, but we also have a great box. And we also take credit cards now. And that is fun. So, as you leave, if you would like to tithe or do your offering via credit card, we take MasterCard, Visa, American Express. In all seriousness, so we're so grateful and so thankful for this entire community, for all that you give. You so freely give of yourself. You so freely give of your time, of your talent, of your treasure. And we are so appreciative. As Edwin Gaines says, we give where we are spiritually fed. And I hope we are spiritually feeding you through the week. And I thank you so much for your patience, because we're about to start adding classes and workshops, and it's going to blow out everywhere. We're about to start with our children's ministry. Our music ministry is full blown in all its beauty, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Thank you. And we have a slam and summer solstice coming. Yes, and I can't wait. We have an Apache fire dancer dancing out on the beach for our summer solstice. We also have a brand new composition from Tracy and Chris and Emmanuel that we just entered into the Posse Awards. Today was the deadline, so they recorded it in the studio this week, and it's called Goddess in the Night. So that's going to be part of our summer solstice. That'll be the big release for it, our summer solstice. And we also entered Miah into the Posse Awards with his original Away in the Manger, the song he sang at Christmas candlelight service. So we have 2 songs entered in the Posse Awards, and that will be September at Unity Village in September, 14th or the 18th or something like that. I don't remember the dates exactly, but middle of September. Camille's already got her ticket. She's going, so if you want to join Camille, go out to Unity Village and see the excitement around the Posse Awards. We are so blessed. We are so blessed and so grateful. And we want to offer all those blessings on this donation that is so freely given, because we truly believe in the natural law and the spiritual law, that as we freely give, so shall we freely receive. And as we give where we are spiritually fed, it gives the opportunity for us to feed more. And as we give to the Reach Food Program, it allows us to reach and give more with Reverend Tracy. So we are so grateful and so blessed that you give freely. We receive freely with gratitude and thanksgiving. And so it is. So
ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Amy and Louis and a beautiful special selection.
I'm Bill Thomas, I'm the board president, and I get to share good news with you right now. So, time for good news. So, good news, the main booklet is out, and I'd also like to offer anyone who'd like to put an ad in here. We'll even do an ad as small as a business card. The rate card is in here, and if you decide to do an ad for 3 months, you get the fourth month for free. So we try to incorporate business. If you have a service, if there's something you'd like to have in the booklet, it's growing each and every month, so we'd be happy to include you. The other thing is a little bit of housekeeping. So remember last week I talked about the cards. So if you're new and you did get a chance to fill out a card, or if you're not new and you have not filled out a card, this is the way that we can stay in touch with you. And you can see Nancy or Jason at the welcome desk. So last week we announced the fundraising committee, and update for you. So, all right, so the good news is our committee is meeting, and a lot of ideas have poured in for this fun, social activity group for us to do as a tribe, as a church, as a community. So this is intended for all of us to do something socially. And let me just share some of these ideas that have come in. Obviously, the Bow Tie Club, we're formatting that, so thank you for all of you who are participating without officially being in the club. Some of the ideas are kayaking after church. So we can do a kayaking event after church, going to brunch, a dinner club, potentially. The other thing that's so cool, and I know there's some people that are new to our area, we have the world's largest shuffleboard club in the world here in St. Pete, and I'm a big advocate for doing a shuffleboard event. So I want to do something with that. But I need to take an informal survey here. So we want to do some events, possibly at the Catherine Hickman Theater. Some of you, I really enjoyed the comedy event that Mark and Leslie produced, and Leslie was one of the acts in that. But we want to do an event there, or some events, but I need to see a show of hands, and this is just informal. What time would you like to see something? So anyone who would like to see a matinee there, if it's produced, would you come to a matinee on a Saturday or a Sunday? Oh, wow, okay. Wow, so the matinee, so I'm really encouraged, that's cool. Okay, so let's talk, anyone who would come to a weekday night. Okay, like even a Thursday night. Okay, so matinee and Thursday night. Oh, okay, so well, Colleen just said I'm 55, my evenings start at 5. So I get how the matinee's working here. Okay, got it. What about early bird matinee? Yeah, okay, got it. What about just the weekends? Is there anyone here that just would like to do the? Okay, like it. Wow, Leslie and Jay. It's all about the matinee and early shows, I think. All right, anyway, this helps guide us as to what we're going to do. That's the good news for the week. Reverend Kimberley shared so much that's going on. So, again, we're just happy to have you here, and it was an amazing service. So, thank you, and turn it back over to Reverend Kim and Jay.
Let's stand for our peace song. Peace begins with you and me. There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. There is peace on earth, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment, and live each moment in peace eternally. Now there is peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Right here and right now.
Unity prayer. We got it.
Yes.
Let us immerse together in unity prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is